week since we've put the boards around our backyard, and we are gonna go around and check under them again. And if we don't find anything, we're going to walk around the street since it's been getting a bit warm lately, and see if there's some reptiles or something basking on it. It's been basically 23 degrees Celsius the whole week, and we'll see what we can find. This is the rock we found the first slow worm in, and we're gonna see if there's one under it first. Nope, nothing there. Oh, centipede. There, we'll leave you alone. There's usually slugs on here all over the place, so we're just gonna move that. Oh, well, snails. But no slow worms. Ooh, another centipede thing. It's not a millipede. Oh, there's a worm. All of the rocks are pretty much very warm, actually. They're really warm. Nope. Oh, cool, a yellow worm. Never seen that. Check on the boards. Big snail. Right there. But no slow worm. It would be cool if we found a snake or something. That'd be cool.
How warm are the boards?
Not that warm. Not as warm as the street.
Okay. Yeah,
I
probably.
like warm, but...
Well, lift it. They're not warm enough then. They're not warm enough.
The streets sure are hot.
Yeah, nothing.
So
Snails.
I would assume something would be on the streets. Because the streets are really warm. Or we're going to check that later.
Hey.
Oh, slug. Oh, snail.
Spider.
What? Oh.
Hey, nothing in the grass.
Oh, another slug. Yeah, there's a lot of slugs. Don't hit slugs. And worms.
Nothing.
Nope. Nothing.
Hey, last board.
Way over there.
Yeah.
Nope, just snails and ants. Now we're gonna go check the street. The street was pretty warm, so we would hope we would find stuff. And then start going that way. You can feel the ground, Daddy. It's pretty warm. If we take a video of the stingray open? Or the stingray might still be here, is what you mean. What?
Yeah, it's dead.
We made it to the corner, and believe it or not, we found our first snake, but it was dead. We believe it's a Schlingelnatter, which is actually least concerned. And we think we found it like on the street, but then we weren't sure if it got run over or not, but we think it just like a cat found it, because if a car ran over it, then it would have been more flat and like squished. Schlingnatters aren't venomous, however Kreuzotters are, and most people mistake Kreuzotters for Schlingernatters. And I'm looking forward to seeing some actual live ones next time. And now we're off to the forest. This is a slow one. It looks alive. Yeah, it's alive. It's alive. It's moving its head. It's alive.
Okay, girl or boy?
Well, let's see here. Oh my gosh. My goodness. Man, the other ones weren't like this. Jeez, I just want to flip you down. I'm not sure. It's moving too much. It had one big stripe.
Okay, just let it go.
It had one big stripe down its tummy. So it didn't have two black stripes on the side of its tummy, which means it must have been a boy. Girls, we looked up, had two stripes along the side of its belly, and the boys have none. So that was a boy. Slowworms in the wild grow up to 30 years old, and the longest living held captive slowworm got to 54 years old. I also think they might not make good pets because they would usually bury themselves most of the time, so you wouldn't really even see them that much. My biggest goal is to find a snake, just any kind of snake, but hoping it actually turns out alive. Like I've said before, slowworms don't count as snakes. They're legless lizards. And that slowworm was out of luck. Oh, beetle. It's a nice beetle. Right there. If it was one of those, then good job, Mieke. Ooh. As you can see over there, trees are cut down, like almost everywhere we walk. It's even behind there, actually. There's more cut down trees. And we looked up the reason why, and apparently there's these beetles around Germany eating like the insides of the trees, and the trees are getting diseased, so then they end up having to cut them down. And I think the beetle that I just saw that I said looked cool, I think that was one of them, but I'm not sure. I really hope that the climate change stops a little bit and it just goes back to normal. I feel that the climate change is really messing up everything, like the reptiles and their amphibians. The climate change problem is, well, it's in summer. There has been no rain for like the past 3 or 4 years, and so all the trees are drying up, and because of that, beetles can dig into the bark deeper than they usually can, and that's causing the trees to get diseased. So I really hope it stops, because they're gonna have to stop cutting down trees eventually. I find that it's really messing up nature, the climate change and all the trees getting cut down because of beetles. As you can see from most of our videos, we usually follow along tractor tracks or just like hike trails. And sometimes we end up wandering off into the forest off of the hike trail to find other things, because the animals aren't as, well, there's not as many, so you won't just find them always on the street. You really have to go into the forest. The slow one was pretty much luck, actually, because they would have normally hid under a rock or been under the dirt. So that was pure luck. And as in, for example, our video with the common toad, we found the common toad in the forest, which wasn't on a trail at all. It was us just randomly walking through the forest. And we just usually go to hike trails and then like wander off into the forest and eventually find a tractor trail to walk along, and we just walk along there, and then eventually we start wandering off into the forest, and then eventually come back to the tractor trail, or the tractor trail then leads to another hike trail or something in that range. And another one of the reasons we wander off is because trees or like grass ends up covering the whole hike trail, and we just cover it that much that we can't even see where the hike trail is anymore, and then we end up guessing where we need to go. I don't mean like that. I mean that trees literally fell over the path. So, and the funny thing is, you might think, since I'm a 10-year-old, I shouldn't be wandering in the forest alone, since I'm only 10 and there would be wild animals. But in Germany, they basically killed all the wolves and bears. So there's not really any dangerous animals to come attack me. So I can really just wander out whenever I want and nothing's really gonna happen. Well, unless I stumble upon a Kreuz otter or something and the Kreuz otter fights me or something. But that's pretty much the only danger there really is. We found an information thing about squirrels. It's like a whole book worth. Nice. gonna end up reading that. I can read it to them. Okay. Squirrels have short front feet and long, strong back feet. They can grow to, no wait, they can't grow. They can jump to 4 to 5 meters. And how far can you jump? With their claws, they can hang on to branches and sticks. They can even climb head down the trees. So they can even climb down the trees with their head down. So they climb down the trees like this and not like backwards. The tail is as long as its body. When it jumps into the trees, it is very important. With the tail, they can steer really good, I guess. So they balance. Their name they have from Herping on their ears. I don't know what Herping is. Probably like horns or something. But they're not horns. They're hair bushes? Something about hair. Hair bushes or something. They call these ears paint ears, basically. Or like paintbrush ears. Okay, I mentioned. So squirrels are negative. I know negative, but I don't know negative. Yeah, their sharp teeth grow all the time, basically. And because of that, they always need to bite hard on something hard. Otherwise, their teeth will get too long. I think that's enough reading. I would take a picture and then translate it later, maybe. But I'm not gonna sit here forever trying to translate this out of my head, so. So that sign right there with the frog picture under it and the little triangle with the exclamation mark, they're basically saying beware frogs from crossing the street. And because frogs are going to learn from school as well, they end up walking down the street and then getting squished because if you drive there and don't see frogs because they're too tiny. Well, I think we're finished herping for today. However, we did find a dead frog at the little trench here somewhere else. and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but we found a dead frog. And yeah, I hope this was entertaining or any helpful to you, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Stinging nettles aren't venomous. Okay, so people often mistake stinging nettles for Coitus autos, who are venomous.
Can you open both eyes, or is the sun in your face?
The sun's in my face.
Okay, does that help? Go ahead. Oh my gosh, that looks very bad on camera. Here, you sit on that side. No. You take these from this side. No, sun's in my face, but not in yours. Go ahead.